I think that if you ask me, I think that the world we are going into, it would be too dangerous to allow anybody not to be included in this new world. It would be too dangerous to allow people to remain offline in every sense of the word danger. We have to bring everybody into this new world, into this space. Anybody who is not in this space is a potential danger to themselves and to the rest of us, from a security perspective, from an economic perspective, from a social perspective, from a professional or work perspective. We need to bring people into this space. In fact, I think that in a couple of years' time, governments and stakeholders will pay people to come online. So it's today, people are paying to come online. In a couple of years' time, we'll have to pay people to come online. It would be a part of our society, of our ability to thrive, only if everybody is in this space. If you look at Africa today, and particularly Sub-Saharan Africa, what are the things that are keeping people from becoming part of this new world order? It's cost, is computer literacy, and is access to services, is availability of services, is taking services, or is taking access to parts of Nigeria where it is not economic to. But beyond all that, even today, with all the infrastructure in place, with everybody, having a device, everybody with a phone, an iPad, with the cost of smart devices coming down, we still have a significant problem with uptake. And this is centered around the content issue. Today in Nigeria, and I keep saying in Sub-Saharan Africa, there's a lot of content, but there isn't a lot of relevant content. And for us to begin to scratch the surface, people must align with the content that is available. Our content must be content and applications that will ride on this big internet pipe that everybody's building and talking about. It has to resonate with everybody across all demographics. It's not only for the ladies and gentlemen in this room. We form a very small and insignificant part of the total ecosystem. And without bringing people in, then Nigeria is not going to grow. And if we're not able to capture everybody, then we're going to wake up with a huge army of unconnected, very unhappy, very unaligned, and dangerous population. Content must cross language barriers. About 2-3 years ago, when we spoke about WhatsApp, or 2 years ago about WhatsApp, everybody said WhatsApp will never become a disruptor because WhatsApp had a literacy barrier. So you first needed to be able to read and write to use WhatsApp. Today, WhatsApp has voice. Today, WhatsApp has video. It has no literacy barrier anymore. So everybody can use WhatsApp, for talking, for video, and it has become very, very pervasive. And it will continue to grow and become more and more pervasive. And the lesson is that if we cannot bring internet content to our people here in our different languages, we're not going to go anywhere. If we cannot bring internet content that relates to everybody, so internet content, yes, everybody is on the internet all the time, but majority of the content is perhaps too sophisticated for the elementary requirements of a lot of our people. We need to let people understand how the internet relates to their day-to-day activities. We need to let people understand that When you are driving out of your house in the morning, or you are going to get into a bus in the morning, today you can check on Google Maps and see where there's traffic and where there's no traffic. It can tell you how long, within a small margin of error, it's going to take you to get to where you are going. These are the simple things that are going to make a difference in the life of everybody who is trying to get online. The content must add value. I cannot tell somebody who, let's give an example, a vulcanizer, to tell him about the internet if he cannot understand or rationale how the internet will make his business better. That is a task that the people in this room, our regulators, our legislators, our executive arm of government, that is a task that must be done. It's a task that needs a lot of funding. It's a task that requires a lot of hard work. But at the end of the day, if we're able to bring this message home so that every Nigerian, in whatever sphere of life, whatever you're doing, you're a student, you're a mason, you're a painter, there is some value add on the internet for you. You can see the linkage between the internet and your bottom line. Then I think the problems around adoption will be a lot easier. It will be a much easier agenda to sell, and all this talk about local content. If we don't have local content, we're not going to go anywhere. The internet will continue to be the exclusive preserve of the fat cats, the nice men and women in this room, and in the hallowed chambers in Abuja. So until that time, we just have to, and there's work for everybody here. We have to bring it home. You have to tell people, this is how the internet will revolutionize what you do. We have seen how the internet has disrupted major businesses. Today, we see how the internet is actually beginning to disrupt the MNOs, and they also must now change their business model. They must change how they think. They must change how they approach their businesses. If you look at voice, for instance, today, 5-6 years ago, you needed to sell voice to get data. Now, you need to sell data and then you will get voice. Ultimately, voice will be free in a few years' time in Nigeria. So, for all of us, I think the lesson now is, how do we get people to adopt and come online? What message are we taking to them? How are we making this online world friendly? How are we removing the barriers to entry? How are we speaking in English? How are we moving away from talking about LTE, EVDO, and all those big things, 5G, 4G, and simplifying it and telling people it's all about faster internet? We need to bring the message home. We need to make it relevant, and that's the only way that we're going to cross the content barrier. A lot of businesses in Nigeria today have recognized this, and they are going to move, their business model is going to become, rather than become content distributors, they will become content owners. Ultimately, the owner of content will be king in this market. The people who historically have distributed content are going to have to work a lot harder, because in telecoms language, the loop is about to be unbundled big time in the content transmission space. Everybody, I will no longer need a decoder to get content in my house. I will no longer need a lot of infrastructure to get the content that I want. And we've seen the first movers. Unfortunately, they are all again coming from offshore, but there's opportunity for us here now locally. Develop content. Your content is now more available, more relevant locally. It's the content that our people want. And to host your content and transmit your content is no longer a problem. I will stop here.